Yo, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through a side quest with different endings that's going to reward us with weapons, armor, skeletal summons, all types of stuff. So at the very beginning of the game, you get to come to the Horn to the south to talk to the captain, but unfortunately, this douchebag won't let you talk to the captain because he don't trust you, so you gotta do favors around town, and this will start the quest called Dead as Dreams. And he's going to want you to come over here to this hunter's camp. He's going to want you to talk to this dude named Marge, so we can head over there. Talk to him. He's going to tell you about this cemetery up the road where there's a lot of activity going on and wants you to go check it out. So once we get done talking to him, we can just head right up the street to the cemetery. Now once we get up inside the cemetery, we're going to head on in. We're going to pick up this book right here on the right. And this is going to give us the Knight's Armor Set recipe, which increases max stamina, reduces stamina cost, and you regenerate stamina 33% faster after overexerting yourself. So that's a pretty good, like, heavy set of armor. Now after we pick that up, we can talk to this guy. Now on my game, I am currently in the middle of this quest, so I've already completed this step. I've talked to him. Once we talk to him, he's going to want us to come down here and talk to his master. Now there are going to be some zombies and like some other stuff in here to kill. Nothing that should give you too much of a problem. But once we make our way down in here, we can then talk to this dude. He's going to have some dialogue. You really can't mess nothing up with any of the dialogue choices. And then he's going to want us to come back to this dude to get his advice. And again, here, you can't mess nothing up. You can pick all the dialogue options. You can't mess nothing up. So we're just going to exhaust all these dialogue options. Then we're going to go back to Homeboy down here. And this is where you're going to have a dialogue option with a skill check and perception. But we're going to skip that for right now. We're just going to do the normal mode, I guess. And we're going to let him become a zombie, pretty much. So let him finish doing his thing. But now that he is a zombie, you could leave him like this and go talk to the dude up the stairs and then leave. Quest would be done. Or you could kill him like what I'm doing, and then we're going to be able to loot his body and take all his goodies. Yeah, give me all this stuff, bro. I need it. And as we can see here, he dropped us the skeleton army, which summons the skeleton to fight by your side, and on light cast, it orders your summoned skeleton to attack a specific target. And we also got the soul savage, which removes targeted summon and restores your health based on its current health and mana cost of its initial summoning. And on light cast, it removes targeted summon, restoring up to 75% of mana cost used for its initial summoning based on their current health. So you can get some health or some mana back. We also picked up the Skull Staff that increases mana shield by 10% on hit and restores 10% of damage dealt as mana. And we also got this Necromancer Mask that increases max mana by 10% and has 2 armor. And we got the Necromancer Robe that increases mana regeneration by 2.5 and has 3 armor. And we also got this recipe for the Revenant's Cowl and the Revenant's Ribcage, which increases melee damage and weak spot damage. And if you see here, we can equip the spells and activate them, and we can now have 3 skeletons that will follow us and help us out in battle. And then if I call them back, I already have pretty much full health, so I'm using the one to get the mana back. It's just going to give me 75% of the mana I used. And also, guys, there is a skill tree in the spirituality section just for summons. You can see all these little buffs right here you get. And this one right here lets you have 4 summons instead of 3. So definitely do not forget about the skill tree. Now before we take a look at the alternate ending to the quest and the rewards you get, we are going to go pick up the rest of the goodies located throughout the cemetery. So we're going to come to the back of this room, hop up, and once we make our way through this doorway, over here on the left on the floor is the lightning. And this is a bad boy hammer that says each attack has a 20% chance to call down lightning, dealing 120% damage to all enemies within a 5-meter radius. So that bad boy is pretty sweet. After that, we're just going to continue to follow this little winding corridor. But right over here on the right, we're going to find Morgane's Censer. And if we take a look at that bad boy, it gives us 5 max mana permanently. And it's a consumable. So we're just going to go ahead and drink that. And then continue down this little pathway. We got some goodies right here. Once we get into this little room, we can hit this right and we can grab some more keeper tags. Once we got the tags, we can just turn around and continue heading down the dark corridor. And eventually we're going to find this little casket box right here, which we can loot, and we're going to find even more goodies. And inside we got the essence channeler, which blocking regenerates 100% of the magical damage blocked as mana, and attacks regenerate 10% of damage dealt as mana. And we also got some armor that increases max health and lets you spend more time underwater. So once we got that, we can just hop down right here and we can run all the way back up to Homeboy and talk to him. And he's going to give us the Abheartache's Calling, I believe is how you pronounce that, that explodes a random nearby corpse, dealing damage and applying bleed to enemies in the area. Now we can go ahead and take a look at the alternate ending that's going to give us the alternate quest rewards. So instead of killing this dude or letting him turn into a zombie and killing him, we are going to try to pass the skill check. And if we do pass the skill check, he is going to leave the area and he's going to give us his loot, except he's not going to give us his armor. So the only way you can get the armor is by letting him turn into a zombie and killing him. But he is going to give us this Hex Bounce Wand, which blocking deflects incoming projectiles at the cost of 10 mana, and parry and deflects and duplicates incoming projectiles for free. So it's either the armor or the wand. But after we do this, we can head back to Homeboy, we can exhaust all his dialogue options, and he is going to give us a key. The key to the inner crypt. And now we can just turn around and head this way and use the key on this door. Now when we get up in here, you can go left or right, it really don't matter. For the sake of the video, we're just going to head to the left and work our way around. There's going to be all kinds of little goodies in here. First up, we got this chest right here with some goodies in it, and we actually got the same thing that he gave us for doing the quest the other way. That thing that does the bleed that I can't pronounce, he gave us that. And we got this bad boy right here that gives us the recipe for the Siphon Bomb and Breath Stealer. There's nothing over here. There's nothing over here really either, but just a ring that you could sell for some gold. Gonna find a few goodies in here. Nothing really special. But over here we're gonna find a nice little shield. Oh, it's over here somewhere. Here it is. The Wandering Ward. Each blocked hit increases the shield's block by 5% up to 100. The effect resets after 15 seconds of not blocking any damage. And alright guys, that is pretty much going to be it for the quest. That is both endings. I mean, there is another ending. You could just leave him there, but you don't really get nothing special from that. But that's both endings and all the loot you can get from the quest. So now you can just go back to the Horn to the south, turn in the quest, and the quest is now completed. So that's pretty much it. If I helped you out, drop me a like, consider subscribing for more Tainted Grail, Follow Avalon content, and until next time guys, see ya.